What's up, guys? Welcome back from the MLG studios here in New York City. I'm axeltoss. I am joined by axslav, and we're watching some epic 2v2 action where we have a team that is one win away from getting the first place prize money.
That's right. That team, of course, is Grubby and ToD, the ProToss All-Star European team, formerly teammates under 4Kings, so they played 2v2 together in Warcraft 3. And they're showing that they're very good at 2v2. Of course, they 3-0'd Destiny Minigame. Now they're up 2-0 against Dragon and Feast. They make clean sweep our entire tournament.
They could do it. They could do it.
One more map.
Of course.
One more map and it's done.
Maybe their overall 2v2 record is 5-0. I know they laddered a little bit. ToD was telling me they were laddering a little bit, just practicing their strategy and whatnot. They might have never lost in 2v2s.
I wouldn't be surprised. They are really good. And such an important part of 2v2. It's not really figure it out. Who knows the imbalances and the ideal strategies. But teamwork is always so important, and that's something that Grubby and ToD have been showcasing to an extremely high level.
Feast is asking us for tips, Nick. What should we say?
We should tell him to have Dragon not lose his guys. No.
I said nuke.
Yeah, nuke. Nuke's a good tip.
Yeah.
DTs.
Well,
DTs. DTs.
Okay.
Last
go.
game there was no detection.
That's true.
Yeah, you're the host.
Dragon's like, I know. Dragon's like, thank you for the advice. Of course, they're in the lobby right now. We're just chatting it up. It's fun.
DTs are great.
DTs are a good unit.
And if you think about last game, there was no detection, right? It was 3-gate Twilight and 3-gate Stargate. Later on, there was. Grubby made a robo later on.
There's an Oracle. That's
right, but the Oracle's halfway across the map.
Yeah.
Oracles, like especially in 2v2, Oracles aren't actually quite as good at detection just because there's so many bases to envision, and they'll run out of energy trying to cover all angles. So, I mean, not to say DTs will always work, but in 2v2, DTs are actually stronger than 1v1 because there's 2 targets.
That's true. Yeah. We'll see what happens here. I mean, we got a team that has some work to do. They must win 3 games in a row against their seemingly unbeatable opponents. In the bottom left, we have the blue Terran and the blue ProToss, Dragon and Feast. Follow Dragon on Twitter at SC2Dragon. Tweet him happy birthday. It was his birthday yesterday. You can tweet at Milfeast, and say grats on qualifying for the EU WCS, because he did it 2 days ago. 2 very classy gentlemen. I've had the opportunity to meet actually all 4 of these players in real life, and they are all pretty awesome people.
They are.
Top right, we got ToD and Grubby.
StarCraft 2 is full of awesome people. Of course, Feast and Dragon, naming their team Bieber.
Just Team Bieber.
Just Team Bieber.
Because like just team kind of sounds like you see there's the word.
Yeah.
But
like just. I got it.
Got it. Okay. Pretty clever. I smiled a little when I heard that's what they wanted their team name to be.
Feast says he's a clever guy.
He is.
He's a guy.
All right. So, what does Dragon and Feast need to do to win this game?
You know, I feel like the strategy and the composition they had last game was really great. It's just they charged into a choke point with double photon overcharge.
Yeah.
They just have to have a little more patience. I think they lack confidence in the later stages of the mid-game because they know how good Grubby and Feast coordinate. And as the game gets later and later, that coordination becomes even more and more and more important. So I think it was a confidence thing. They felt they had to end the game with that timing attack, and it just wasn't going to happen.
I think a part of it also might be they kind of hit like an anti-timing in the last game. Like ideally you want to hit before Storm finishes or something like that, but they got there and Storm was done. Like they're a High Templar with plenty of energy. So that, you know, obviously it's not going to be too big of a deal against ProToss, but I mean it's going to be something, right? But against Terran it's much more felt.
It really is. I mean,
and Storm is really a defensive spell too, especially in a choke. Like if you just Storm, it's like, all right, they're not really going to go through those storms. Like if you put down a Time Warp, they're not really going to want to walk through that Time Warp. And Feast is listening to me.
Nice.
The question is, will Dragon listen to me?
Will Dragon go DT? Oh, nuke. Yes.
I said
nuke plus DTs. They have to do.
Could happen.
Maybe it will. But yeah, it's like you said, the DT and Storm and Time Warp are so good in a defensive choke like we had the last battle. They really have to get a large-scale concave engagement, and then their composition would have done very, very well. So Grubby going up to 3 gates, 4 gates off 1 gas, double 4 gate.
No.
Yes.
With the mothership core or without one?
Team Kings is doing 4-gate all the way.
Wow.
There's not going to be mothership core.
Only one gas for both of them.
Yeah,
pretty much identical builds.
Very, very, very aggressive, and they're both building their little forward pylon fortress setup outside their opponent's base. Going to start progressing. Oh, it's been spotted by Reaper, and he has to know what's going on.
Yeah.
So how are they going to react? Well, DTs are actually a great op. Oh, he's going current boosting Blink.
I mean, this is tricky because
DTs can be good if you can live that long, but it's unlikely. We're still about 4 games.
Grubby and Dragon, Dragon and Feast, they kind of have to be together though, right?
They do.
If they just try to stay on their own one base and try to defend, I don't know if that works.
It only works if you're going DT and Banshee, because then one of you can die and the other one will kill them both.
Right. So they have to rendezvous somehow. Maybe get a bunker in the front, or 2 or 3.
Yeah, I feel they have to pull workers to help hold the front and get a bunker up, but I'm not sure if they realize the extent of this because they're not building that bunker. And without the bunker, right now it looks okay. But right now, actually, if they can kill the pylon up too late, the units are starting to warp in.
And they see all those warp ins too, so
yes.
they definitely know what's going on. Mothership Core trying to sneak out of there. He's going to be fine. But what is to stop all of these Protoss units? There's no sentry. Is there a sentry here?
There's no sentry. He was going 4 gates straight to Blink. He will have Photon Overcharge in a bit.
Dragon coming forward, trying to be useful with his bio, but now he's going to be...
and the bio's too slow. Stalkers can get extra hits off on it.
Oh gosh, this is such a trick. I mean, they have to go for a sandwich somehow. But if they try to engage 1 versus 2, it's obviously not going to work. 3 orb gates just not finishing.
With Blink Micro, I feel like...
Oh, puts an overcharge.
Yeah, I feel Todd Feast can hold off for a while.
Dragon's keeping the reinforcements away.
Yeah, this is really good. If Dragon tried to go up into base, they could turn around and kill him. But as long as he stays on the low ground where he can retreat well, I think he's okay. Oh, he might get caught on the ramp.
Photon Overcharge trying to get that damage done. The pylon getting taken out. Marines and Marauders going to come up to the high ground. I feel like they can, but they might lose a lot at the very least. Like, more Stalkers being warped in here for Feast. The bio now getting met up with the army of Feast here, and I think they're going to... Are they going to hold this up?
I think they are.
Oh my gosh.
This is amazing. I did not think they could hold this off.
This is like exactly what they... Well, it's not over yet. There's still a lot of Protoss units coming in. You got 6 Zealots, 5 Stalkers. Photon Overcharge has worn away. Marines and Marauders getting very low in health. And these Stalkers, sure, they can blink away, but
and
that's a lot of Zealots.
You're right, there's no Photon Overcharge.
Yeah.
That's really what spelled doom, and the bio has stopped coming.
We need reinforcements from Dragon here. He's trying to make it happen.
Feast is trying to use Blink Micro, but he might get cornered off, and he's got to use his probes maybe, but then he doesn't want to lose his probes, so then he can't warp units in anymore. Dragon's trying to come up, but Grubby's pushing him back pretty easily. Meanwhile, Todd is a superior Stalker count, and he's tearing Feast apart.
Gosh, he's going to lose so many probes. I mean, I wonder if it's worth rebuilding the mothership core so you can eventually get more Stalkers running in here.
Oh, and now he's cornered. Oh, he picks the ones. Oh, but he can't escape.
The 3 Stalkers are trapped.
Yeah, he blinks up. He gets stuck. That's it for him.
Well, Dragon is not one to give up.
Yeah, well, once he gets medevacs, right? He has stimmed Marines. Combat shield's on the way.
Feast can give his money to him, in theory.
Feast doesn't have any money, does he?
He has, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He has some. He's actually just going to build 2 sentries. Where did he warp those in? He warped in. Sentries actually are a good idea. If you can. Oh, Dragon's going for the drop, but did he?
He has a Widow Mine back home.
Does he have enough?
If he had a tech lab and a siege tank, that might be good.
Dragon could actually win this game. If he can stall long enough here, his drop will kill Todd. Todd will die here.
Oh, the bunker needs to get repaired. The bunker getting targeted down, and down it goes. Here comes the drop, though. And we might have some picture-in-picture here as Todd is going to continue trying to press up into the main base of Dragon. Again, the bunker is gone. Only 1 Widowmine here to defend, trying to reinforce the bio. Meanwhile, the drop taking down pylons in Todd's base.
And one more pylon. Every gateway is now empowered from Todd. Todd can no longer reinforce attack. He's not going to wait to kill the Nexus. He's actually going to stem and go straight to Grubby's base. Try to deactivate Grubby's reinforcements as well, but back at home, there's so many Stalkers.
So many Stalkers.
I think Dragon might be... Wait!
He's got a Widowmine.
What if he goes for the draw? Remember, he did that versus... versus Drubian Vibe earlier.
Oh my gosh. If anyone can do it, it's Dragon.
Oh no, massive probes coming in.
You can pick up, you can pick up.
Yeah, but then you won't kill him.
Ignite Afterburners. Well, then you drop somewhere else so you're not surrounded.
Maybe if he kept dropping forever, he might be able to make something happen.
All right, probe's going to be pulled once again, but I think slowly but surely this army should all die.
It will. The Warp gets your back up now. Todd and Grubby aren't mining. So this is actually really close, because if he could have just... Actually, there's a good number.
Well, Dragon doesn't have any units left, does he?
Yeah. If he just had, like, one more medevac full of units.
He has one Widow Mine. There's GG.
You know what's interesting?
Wow. What's interesting?
I feel like if he waited for 4 medevacs, then did that move, but never... If with 4 medevacs, maybe he could pick up his entire army.
Right.
And never even try to defend his main. He might have gone both nexuses. And then...
If he had a little bit more... better of a defense there, like either a few more SCVs ready to repair that bunker, or maybe a siege tank out, a siege tank, or maybe, you know, a second bunker. Like, again, I think a large part about it is if you can hold the front there against the two Protoss armies, like, obviously you're going to be able to reinforce out of your barracks while your drop is doing damage across the map. So, I don't know. Dragon made a game out of it for sure, but ultimately didn't have enough. He had a Widow Mine too there, too.
Widow Mine
again,
helped
no
out.
detection
Helped
from
out,
the Protoss, so that's going to be huge. But
a lot of cool stuff happened that game.
So, Grubby and Todd, they win.
Yes.
3-0. They haven't lost.
6-0 in our tournament.
Yes.
Wow.
Very solid effort from them. They made some of them were close.
Yes.
Or were they?
There was a couple that were close.
Yeah, a couple that were close.
There wasn't any that were actually that super close.
Not super close. Like not like a draw like Grubby vibe.
No. But that one didn't even feel that close either.
Yeah.
Like vibe was
true.
like they literally had like 10 times the army size.
50 swarm hosts.
And there was just like 20 Marines somehow killed all the buildings.
Yep.
So that was like a weird version of close. Like it wasn't close, but then somehow it ended up being a draw.
Yeah.
Weird situation.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Grubby and Todd, congrats to them. They get $150, I think is what we decided.
Yes.
And then $50 go to our second place finishers, Dragon and Feast. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little mini 2v2 tournament.
Team Bieber.
Yes, just Team Bieber, of course, you wanted to be called. But yeah, this has been axeltoss and axslav getting you coverage of this little mini 2v2 tournament. Coming up next on this stream is, do we have Rules of Engagement today?
Yes, we do, sir. Leanlock versus Baby Knight. On Rules of Engagement, it's going to be a pretty cool match.
I remember one of those games.
Which one? Do you remember
the one where it was Daybreak, where Baby Knight sent the sentries across the map and then killed the third, but then he lost it all.
Yep.
Because his mothership core died. So that's what you're going over.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, that should be a lot of fun, guys. Of course, that's coming up next. Tomorrow, I think we're having either game battle stuff or we're doing community fun stuff. So that'll be channel... Okay, we're doing game battles tomorrow. I was just told by my director. So looking forward to that. Of course, I think we might be casting the tournament that's happening today, tomorrow. So you can go sign up for that tournament right now, and if you do well, you might get casted. So that's gamebattles.majorleaguegaming.com. Sign up for the StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm tournament. It's a lot of fun. Of course, if you're one of those guys that ladders all the time, you're like, that's only half of what's awesome about competitive play in StarCraft 2, because the tournament aspect is so much fun. And you might lose some, but the experience is great. Of course, best of threes, which you don't have on ladder, is a large part of the case. And again, also we have the North American WCS qualifiers coming up this weekend. So make sure you play in that so you can qualify for the Premier League. Don't think you can't be able to. You won't be able to. You might have to be masters though. Like some bronze players, like I'm gonna win.
You're unlikely to win if you're in bronze.
Right.
Highly unlikely. I would put your odds. You might be better with the lottery. But what you are likely to do is you're likely to play a world-class player. You're likely to run into someone like a JYP. And how many times do you get an opportunity to play someone like that?
Jaedong.
Right? Yeah, they'll be in the tournament.
In control. So, got lots of players going to be involved with that. So definitely play. We give a lot of opportunities to actually play the game in a competitive setting. So definitely take advantage of that. But guys, coming up next is Rules of Engagement. Again, congratulations to Todd and Grubby for taking home victory in our 2v2 tournament. We'll see you in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.